Hey folks, it's Russ. Today is Friday, August 8th, 2025. Hope you're having a great day. So, as I mentioned in my video the other day and in previous videos, I wanted to start doing some book review videos because people have reached out asking me about the different books I'm reading. And I thought that'd be a cool idea. All right. I'm really into reading different books. You can see this is just one bookshelf. We've got many bookshelves in this tiny house that we live in. So I thought I'd start doing some book reviews. And today's book review, my first book review on here. Actually, I think I've done a couple videos in years and years ago. I don't even know if they're still published up here on YouTube or not, but I have done some in the past. But either way, it doesn't matter because we're going to start doing them moving forward. And the first book we're talking about is Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Okay, so I don't know if any of you have read this or not. You can leave it down below in the comments. If you have, let me know what you think of it. So I thought that it's one of my all-time favorite books. And I thought that I would do kind of like a slideshow presentation over it instead of just me rambling on about it, right? I work better sometimes off of information that I've written down. And I'm just going to do it that way. And then you can always leave me feedback. I'm open to positive and negative feedback, okay? So I'm going to share my screen here. And we're going to make this bigger. All right, so Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is a timeless collection of personal reflections that offers powerful lessons on resilience, self-discipline, and cultivating a broader perspective. In this quick review, we'll explore 5 key takeaways that can help you build mental strength and focus in both life and business. Meditations was written around 180 AD by Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius as a private journal. It was never meant for public reading, which makes its wisdom even more powerful and authentic. So now we're going to talk about the 5 key takeaways that I personally got from this book. All right, this is just my opinions on these. These reviews are basically just my opinions of the books that I read. Okay, but key takeaway number 1: control what you can, let go of the rest. All right, so you can't control events, but you can control your response to them. All right, and this is super important in business and life because, as we all know, especially if you're in business or an entrepreneur, that it's a total roller coaster ride, right? You have ups, you have downs, and you just never know what is going to be thrown your way. All right. So if you become trying to control everything, things don't work out that well. But if you control the way that you respond to different events, things usually tend to work out better, at least in my experience. All right. So focus on actions, not uncontrollable things. Key takeaway number 2: live according to your values. Integrity is non-negotiable, right? So long-term success and trust in business comes from consistent principles. If you want to have long-term success, stay consistent. If you want to have any success in anything, stay consistent. But always live according to your values. Be yourself, all right? Key takeaway number 3: embrace adversity as training. Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger. So just because you have a bad day, try to take something positive from that and turn it in, or try to take something, try to make something negative into a positive. All right. Basically, it says setbacks in entrepreneurship can be reframed as learning tools. So just because you have a bad day or because you lose money in an opportunity or something doesn't go your way, you can always take that, learn from it, and turn it into a positive, have a positive outcome from it, right? Key takeaway number 4: practice daily self-reflection. Aurelius wrote Meditations as a way to check himself daily. Remember, this wasn't even supposed to be print. This was never anything written to be published. This was his own personal way of checking in on himself every day. So journaling, evaluating actions, and adjusting the course can sharpen your results, right? If you journal, keep track of what you do that goes right, what goes wrong, and then you adjust according to what those what you've evaluated, and that can sharpen your results. You can get better results. I do it at the end of every month, like I talk about in some of my end of the month videos, right? I'll go back, I'll look at the month that I was just in, I'll look at what worked well for me, what didn't work well, and then I'll make adjustments. All right. That's what you need to do. And the fifth key takeaway from meditations is remember the big picture, right? Life is short. Don't waste it on petty concerns. You want to focus on what matters most, building your freedom, the impact you're having, and the legacy that you're building, right? In business, particularly. So don't worry about tiny petty things. Stay out of the drama. Focus on what you're here to do, right? You want freedom, you want to be impactful, and you want to build a legacy, right? So those are my 5 key takeaways from this book. And now my favorite quote in this book is, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." So this quote reminds me daily that mindset shapes everything from how we handle setbacks to how we seize opportunities. If you're thinking, being negative all day long, thinking negative thoughts all day long, telling yourself this isn't going to work, that's not going to work, my life is, not very good, you're programming that into your self-conscious, and that's what's going to happen in your life, right? We put out energy. We're energy beings. So if you're putting out positive energy, you're going to get positive things in return. If you're putting out negative energy all the time, you're going to get negative things in return. So you have to, just remember that. And that's something that it took me a long time to figure out, but it's true. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Think good things. Take those bad things that happen and turn them into positive things. Try to always be positive whenever you can. So reading meditations helped me realize that building my business isn't about controlling every outcome, but mastering my response to challenges. And that shift in thinking made all the difference for me. Okay. Again, it's what you think. If you're thinking positive things, even when something negative happens, you're going to get positive outcomes. If you're always thinking negative, you're going to get negative outcomes. All right. That's just my personal experience. I've heard many people talk about it, and I truly believe it. All right. And if somebody wrote this, the same type of thing back in 180 AD, the same principles, apply today. It's all in your thought. It's all in how you perceive things. And if you have a positive mindset, positive things are going to happen to you. If you have a negative mindset, don't expect positive things to happen to you. And here's just a little practical tip, but try this. Spend 5 minutes each morning reflecting on one challenge ahead and how you can face it with calm and purpose. It's a simple way to apply stoic wisdom and boost your focus, right? Most people, they wake up, they jump right on their phones. Try to spend 5 minutes every day reflecting on one challenge ahead, something that you know that you have to deal with, and how you can do it with calm and purpose. And even though Marcus Aurelius lived nearly 2,000 years ago, his lessons on resilience, discipline, and perspective are exactly what we need to navigate the fast-paced, uncertain world of 2025 and beyond. And it's also what we need to build lasting freedom and income, right? So that's my first book review. There's a link down in the description if you're interested in purchasing this book, right? It's going to be my Amazon affiliate link. But, and even better yet, though, if you have a local bookstore in your area, go and support them. All right. Go and support the local bookstore. That's what I try to do. Sometimes my bookstore doesn't have the books in them and I have to wait a little bit. But, I always try to support local bookstores first. But if you want to use the link down below, that is my affiliate link. I will earn a small commission if you end up purchasing this book right here. Okay. So I said I'm going to try to keep these to 5 minutes, but it looks like I'm already going on to 10, but that's okay. It's no problem. All right. So that link down below will take you right here to this page. And you can see it's the #1 bestseller in spiritualism. And it's just a really good book. And one cool thing I really love about this book is that you don't have to read it front to back. You could open this book up to any page and just read whenever you want to, I mean, I've read this book many times already. Okay. And you can see I purchased this back on March 21st, 2024. But I've known about the book for a long time. But that's when I purchased this particular copy here. And again, you know, you can just open it up. There's wisdom on every single page in here. And I highly recommend it, especially if you're involved in the work from home space or building a business and just wanting to live a better life. Okay. So that is my review for Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I highly recommend this book. And I appreciate you watching this. So again, leave me any feedback. All right. I'm just starting to get into book reviews, but I read tons of books and I have lots of good ones to share with you. And if you have any feedback for me at all, whether it's positive or negative, I want to hear it. Okay. So with that being said, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And until then, stay well, be safe, and peace be with you. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.